What if I told you there are plants with more protein than beef? Not just one or two, 10 of them. One of them contains 3 times the protein density of steak. Another was studied by NASA for space missions. And one of them is probably already sitting in your kitchen right now. Most people walk right past them in the grocery store without a second thought. Today, you're going to see protein in a completely different light. Plant number 1 is spirulina. Imagine a powder so dense in protein that more than half of it is pure protein. That's spirulina. This blue-green algae has been harvested from lakes for over 1,000 years. The Aztecs called it tecatlatl. Communities around Lake Chad in Africa still harvest it today. Spirulina contains roughly 60 to 70% protein by dry weight. Beef sits around 26%. That's nearly triple the protein density. It's also a complete protein, meaning it has all 9 essential amino acids your body can't make on its own. NASA studied spirulina for long-duration space missions because of its nutrient density. You'll find it as a powder or tablets. The taste is strong, earthy, almost oceanic. Most people blend it into smoothies or mix it with juice. Plant number 2 is nutritional yeast. 2 tablespoons deliver around 8 grams of complete protein. It's also fortified with B vitamins, including B12, which is rare in plant foods. The flavor is savory, almost cheesy, which is why it's often sprinkled on popcorn, pasta, or roasted vegetables. This deactivated yeast became a staple in plant-based kitchens once people realized it could add umami, depth without dairy. Plant number 3 is seitan, also known as wheat meat. This might surprise you. Seitan contains about 75 grams of protein per 100 grams. That's nearly 3 times the protein density of beef, making it one of the densest plant proteins available. Buddhist monks in China developed seitan over 1,000 years ago as a meat substitute. The texture is chewy, almost meat-like, which is why it's used in everything from stir-fries to sandwiches. If you're gluten intolerant, skip this one. But if you can tolerate gluten, seitan is a protein powerhouse. Plant number 4 is chlorella. Like spirulina, chlorella is a single-celled green algae. It contains about 50 to 60% protein by dry weight. That's still double the protein content of beef. Chlorella has a thick cell wall that needs to be broken down for digestion, so most supplements use a cracked cell version. It's been studied for its potential to support detoxification and immune health. The taste is milder than spirulina, but still distinctly green. Plant number 5 is hemp seeds. Here's something most people don't know. These small seeds come from the cannabis plant, but they contain no THC. 3 tablespoons deliver around 10 grams of complete protein. Hemp seeds are also rich in omega-3 and omega-6 fatty acids in a beneficial ratio. They've been cultivated for thousands of years for fiber, oil, and food. The flavor is mild and nutty. You can sprinkle them on salads, blend them into smoothies, or eat them straight from the bag. Hemp was banned for decades. That's why many people are only now discovering how nutritious these seeds are. Plant number 6 is chia seeds. The name comes from the Mayan word for strength. 2 tablespoons contain about 4 grams of protein, plus fiber and omega-3 south. When soaked, chia seeds form a gel, which makes them popular in puddings and overnight oats. The Aztecs and Mayans used chia as endurance food for warriors and messengers. Runners would carry chia on long journeys because it provided sustained energy without weighing them down. Modern research confirms their benefits for hydration and sustained energy. Now here's what separates these plants from beef. They're not just protein sources. They're complete nutritional packages. Fiber, omega-3 south, vitamins, minerals. Beef offers protein and fat, but it doesn't deliver the range of nutrients these plants provide. Before we continue, one of the last plants on this list, was called the food of warriors in ancient times, and it's probably already sitting in your pantry. Stay with me, because you need to know which one it is. Plant number 7 is edamame. These are whole, immature soybeans, still in the pod. 1 cup of shelled edamame contains about 17 grams of complete protein. They're also rich in iron, calcium, and fiber. In Japan, edamame has been a snack for centuries, lightly steamed and salted. The beans are tender, slightly sweet, and incredibly satisfying. You can find them fresh or frozen in most grocery stores. They're one of the easiest high-protein foods to prepare. Just steam for 5 minutes and sprinkle with salt. Plant number 8 is tempeh. This is fermented soybean cake, originally from Indonesia. Fermentation binds the soybeans into a firm, sliceable block. 1 cup provides around 31 grams of protein. That's more protein than most cuts of chicken. The fermentation process also makes tempeh easier to digest and adds probiotics, which support gut health. Tempeh has a nutty, earthy flavor and a dense texture. You can marinate and grill it, crumble it into sauces, or slice it for sandwiches. It's been a staple in Indonesian cuisine for hundreds of years. And now it's gaining recognition worldwide. Both edamame and tempeh come from soybeans, which have sustained entire Asian civilizations for millennia. The protein quality is exceptional. The versatility is unmatched. And they're both incredibly easy to incorporate into your meals. Plant number 9 is green peas. Yes, the humble garden pea. 1 cup of cooked peas delivers about 8 grams of protein, along with fiber, vitamins A, C, and K. Dried yellow split peas contain about 25% protein. They've been cultivated for at least 10,000 years. Split pea soup has been comfort food across Europe for centuries because it's filling, gentle on digestion, and deeply nourishing. Ever wondered why pea protein is in so many plant-based burgers? Pea protein isolate is one of the fastest-growing protein powders on Earth. It's hypoallergenic, easily digestible, and neutral in flavor. Many plant-based meat alternatives use pea protein as their base ingredient. Plant number 10 is lentils. And this is the warrior food I mentioned earlier. These tiny legumes have been feeding humanity for over 13,000 years. 1 cup of cooked lentils provides about 18 grams of protein, plus fiber, folate, and iron. Lentils are one of the fastest cooking protein foods on Earth. Usually ready in 20 to 30 minutes, no soaking required. They come in many varieties. Red lentils break down into creamy purees, perfect for Indian dal. Green and brown lentils hold their shape, ideal for salads and side dishes. Every culture that grew lentils developed beloved recipes. Middle Eastern mujadara, French lentil soup, Ethiopian misir wat. They're affordable, shelf-stable, and nutritionally dense. A bag of dried lentils can last for years and cost just a few dollars. These 10 plants prove a simple point. Protein is abundant in the plant kingdom. You don't need meat to meet your needs. You just need to know where to look. So here's the takeaway. Spirulina, chlorella, seitan, hemp, chia, nutritional yeast, edamame, tempeh, peas, and lentils. 10 plants proving protein doesn't only come from meat. Each one offers something beef simply cannot. Fiber that supports digestion. Omega-3 south that reduce inflammation. Probiotics that support gut health. Phytonutrients that protect your cells. And they do it without the environmental cost of animal agriculture. The protein myth has kept many people dependent on meat, when plants have been delivering the same nutrition all along. Ancient cultures knew this. They built empires on beans, grains, and seeds. Modern science is just confirming what they already understood. If this changed the way you think about protein, hit that subscribe button. Drop a comment and let me know which surprised you more, spirulina or lentils. Are you already eating some of these? Your support helps this content reach more people who need to hear it. Quick note: this is educational content, not medical advice. Consult a healthcare professional before dietary changes, especially with health conditions or allergies. Seitan contains gluten. Never consume wild plants without expert verification. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.